Hey YouTube, Ross Magas here, and this is not real life. And I got another one, of course we do. You're probably gonna see a bunch of these from me in the next few days, because they're releasing one of these every day, and I am late to the party. This is Insect Glaive today. This is a weapon I have a little bit of knowledge about, not a lot. I did not play this at all in Sunbreak, but I did play it a bit in World and Rise. So let's go ahead and just get into it. And I'm really stoked about the Chatacabra outfit here. And the Chatacabra glaive. It looks pretty cool. It just looks like, one of the low level glaives that has it looks like they're continuing the world design philosophy from World. Yeah, the world design philosophy from World. Redundant. But we have our Kinsect. I am not going to pretend to know which one this is. It just looks like a basic one that does blunt damage. But I am digging this pseudo military. Oh, look, my recording quality is horrible. But yeah, this pseudo, the stripes kind of give me like a camo feel. And I love this little mask. It does remind me of like a Ludroth kind of armor, but less jacket. Obviously, it's not a jacket, but let's go. And of course we gotta get our cool. I actually did not notice this before. I'm gonna interrupt myself here. This little trigger here, I've never actually noticed that was there, and I'm sure they're in the old ones, and this makes sense because this must be what shoots this little thing. And if you remember in at least from World, and you could shoot the I don't even know what it is, but it has like a scent or something on it that attracts the Kinsect, and the Kinsect goes and attacks the monster to help you get the extracts you need while you're fighting, and then get those buffs. Got a nice aerial shot. Let's look at basic aerial shot. Okay. The detailing on the Kinsect is pretty sick though. I mean, I would be horrified to have a bug this big just kind of hanging out on my arm, but maybe it's cute if you raised it. I don't know. It helps you kill monsters, so I guess you can see it that way. And we got our first. Actually, now I think about it, this is probably the only one of the weapon videos so far at the time of making this video that has Balahara in it and not just Chatacabra getting his butt whooped. I really love the redesign on these guys here, and it took me a minute. Excuse me. It took me a minute to realize what was going on with this. This is actually your stamina gauge, and I love that this is double, and this reminds me of like when you could buff your Kinsect, Insect Glaive, in Iceborne. I don't know if this became a permanent feature in Rise because I actually never played this weapon in Rise, but let me know down below if that is the case. But it's just real slick while remaining really Monster Hunter-y. But this here, at first, when we saw this, I thought it was just to showcase the goop, and I was like, what is going on in this shot? And you might have missed it if you didn't watch this more than once, but this little thing right here, this is your regular reticle when you have the glaive, but this is so good. I can't tell you how many times you're just running around trying to figure out like where, maybe not the red one, but like where is orange? Where is it? Like, I shot this. How come it's green? How come it's white? This is gonna make this so much easier because you're just gonna look and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get the attack buff. Excellent quality of life change. Kinsect gets it. Yep, we get number 1, and then whoop, and just changes. All right, a little stab, and the Kinsect came out too, and that's another thing I noticed a lot here, and I can't. Well, we'll watch this a couple times. The Kinsect flies out a lot in the video, and it's hard to tell if it's automatic because, again, maybe this was in Rise, but I didn't play in Rise. So a lot of the attacks seem to send the Kinsect out automatically just to make it more helpful. So to me, it reminds me of like when you charge your sword and when you're in charge blade mode and you charge the shield, charge the sword, and the sword just has extra, little ticks because it has your impact or your element. But so now Glaive has just bug. Yeah, I hit you, bug. I hit you, bug. But this movement, this is pretty fast, you know, and he doesn't even have white buff yet, which is the mobility buff for those of you who don't know. So are we saying that, like, when you're with this weapon, you're in focus mode, you're gonna run and you're gonna be moving like twice the speed of that? That's pretty fast, yo. So that's pretty exciting for Glaive people out there. You'll be able to maneuver around the monster fast and then just get these faster. So that's really nice. And like, I think for most people, this is probably the thing that stops you from playing this weapon. But not anymore. Oh, we got it. There you go. This orange. And I hit the leg. You got white. Alright, and for those of you who are unaware, in general, to get red, you have to hit an attacking part of the monster. To get white, you have to hit whatever gives the monster mobility, so their legs, sometimes it's the wings. And orange is, I'm pretty sure it's body, but sometimes it doesn't feel like that. Here, in this one, it was the tail. But on some of the other ones, tail gives you like a health buff in like the older game. So, but yeah, that was definitely right there in the tail. So maybe they just changed that and they removed the tail healing, or maybe it depends on your Kinsect. No, that wouldn't make sense. They would probably just change it overall, and then you could heal with a different mechanic probably. Okay, dance around a little bit more. Okay, you get your double slashes. We got the full power up, and almost missed that there. That move is I've never seen this move just from standing, so it must be a special focus move where you hit the weak points. But the reason I want to highlight this is the bug is over there flying, right? He's just doing his little buggy thing because we sent him off with the attack, and oh, we're gonna miss it. So let's go slowly, and he's spinning and we're spinning, and a lot of these moves are synchronized. So this will also, I guess, become just another thing where once you learn how the placement, you're just gonna get extra hits, and that's pretty cool that it's more synchronized to what you're doing. So it's like, it's more like what you would expect a in-game pet to behave like in this kind of world than just like you know, just kind of flies around and goes duck, 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 duck. But yeah, we got some cool slashes. This maybe just to tell us it's a mount. I can't tell if this is something special. Oh, dodge. Oh, stab. Yay! Sorry, I had to. So it looks like this is one of these focus moves. Stab into a backflip, into like really fast. And I know everyone's excited about that move. I'm gonna go back to it, but it like just threw me off. And as soon as I saw it, it's like with just corkscrew right in there, lobotomize the monster. I think that deserves another watch. Maybe one more. Okay. Oh, but before I forget, when he like friggin' yeets this thing, look at that. That is moving real fast, and look at the impact on that. So he's like mad, roaring, yeah, and he's like, whatever, bang, and insta flinch. So I wonder if this is also another one of those moments where, is it because it's a focus mode move, these have much higher flinch properties, but like maybe like flash pods, you can't just keep spamming them and over time the threshold gets higher? Or did they just like work the threshold and they know now this is going to activate, so when they capture it for us we can just see how cool it looks? But that was pretty crazy, you know, like this tiny thing just like bam. Spin to win, huh? It's true of all the weapons now, I guess. And of course we keep the, I don't know what it's called. I call it the Dragoon Dive because like the Dragoon armor from the Final Fantasy 14 crossover with Bahamut, and not Bahamut, I said Bahamut, Behemoth came through, And that's just what it makes me think of. Like, you jump up in the air, you come down, Dragoon Dive, bam, and into the big finisher. So some of the Kinsect life change, like quality of life changes, I think are really, really, really nice for this weapon. Some of the times where I would get tired of playing Insect Glaive, it's not because the weapon's not cool. It's got like all these cool acrobatics, jumping, like, and oh, before I forget, there's actually not a lot of jumping in this video, and I don't know if this is Capcom's subtle way of being like, yeah, we know this weapon lets you jump anytime, whenever you want, escape monster attacks, whatever you like, but maybe this is their subtle way of being like, yeah, you can do that, but all the damage is on the ground, right? All the good damage is on the ground, except for that one dive, and stuff like that. But maybe they're trying to sell something. Maybe aerial is not as good. And I completely lost the other thought because I remembered something else. But yeah, the quality. Oh, I remembered. Okay, the quality of life changes. Like, some of the things that really, the part that really made me not want to play this weapon sometimes is when I just couldn't find the right extract, and I'm just running around trying to get the extract. I'm like, okay, I gotta do this so I I'll have the speed, so I'll have the double attacks, so I won't get tanked in one shot, like, so I can tank a hit. But finally, the other thing that I'm sure all of you out there who actually play this weapon have noticed, the bug isn't dropping, what was it called? It's not spores, but the little clouds that if you had blast, they exploded. If you heal, they give you health. They give you poison. What were they called? I can't remember. I'll put it in post. But they're not in this video at all. Like, we got cool synchronized bug swimming, but not any. I'm just gonna call them spores. Not any spores going around while they're doing that. So I don't know if they just shut it off so we can see these things, or it's just not in there. Maybe it's a different mechanic altogether. One more. Spin to win. But that remains to be seen, and I'm sure there's a lot more to this than meets the eye, like with all of the weapons, and I'm sure even the weapons that have yet to be revealed. But that's Insect Glaive. That's all I could glean from this. And if you made it to the end here, thank you so much for watching. If you're a Glaiver, tell me if you think some of these changes are too much, too little. What did you want to see? Do you like that the bug is doing synchronized attacks with you now? Maybe you don't like that. You liked how it was before. Let me know in the comments below. And again, I'm Ross Magas. Thank you for watching. This is not real life, and I'll see you guys in the next one.